Hey guys, Tiffany here and welcome back. We're going for a very simple look today. If you like to see it, keep on watching. So we're just going to take a spoolie and brush out the hairs and just tweeze a bit. We're not looking for anything super clean today. I just wanted to clean it up a bit before I go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills chocolate pomade, or brow pomade that is. So I'm just going to go ahead and sculpt out the brow a bit. And just take the spoolie and ombre the beginning part of my brows. So the concealer I'm using today to sculpt out my brows is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and that is in the shade Sand. So I'm going to go ahead and take a concealer brush and kind of blend that in as much as I can. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today. For my eye primer, I'm going to go in with LA Girls Pro Conceal, and I'm using the shade Light Yellow Corrector. So yeah, I'm just going to apply that with the concealer brush, and then I'm going to go in with my fingers and blend it out nice and even. So now I'm going into my Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions palette. I'm just going to take that really light tan shade. That shade is pretty much the same color as my skin, and it's just going to act as a really nice background for a transition color we're going to go into later. After that, we're going into the Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions palette. I'm going to take that light orange shade there. It's kind of like a burnt sienna shade. I'm going to use that as my transition shade for today. So yeah, I'm going to go back into the Topaz palette and take that dark brown and blend it into my crease. So back to the Smoky Obsessions palette. As you can see, guys, I'm kind of going back and forth with those palettes today. I'm going to go into that palette and take the darkest shade in there, which is the black, and blend it in with that brown shade we used earlier just to darken up the crease. I really love a dark crease, so yeah, we're just going to blend that in nice and steady. So I'm just gonna go back into my Topaz palette and grab that orange shade again, just to bring it back. It seems like we kind of blended it out when we used the darker shade, so I'm just gonna go and add that back in there. So we're going back into the Smoky Obsessions palette, and I'm gonna take this beautiful bronzy brown shade. I really love this. It's kind of like a rusty bronze, and I really love this color. I'm gonna take it with my finger and just tap it on to my lid. I'm also gonna try and tap that eyeshadow into the crease just to blend it in with the black. I kind of didn't want to do the black today. I kind of want to make it all look as brown and smoky as possible. So I'm going in with my Inglot Gel Liner 77, and I'm gonna create a wing liner. So now I'm going into my Sephora collection. I'm using the mascara. You guys, again, I really love this mascara. It's really good. For 12 bucks, you can't beat it. So I'm going back into my Ariston lashes. You guys, I really love these lashes. This is like my third time wearing this pair. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pop those on. And go back in with that mascara and just kind of blend everything in and make sure it's all nice and black and even. So after I apply my lashes, I always like to go back in with a gel liner. Even though I'm using a very dark lash glue, it still tends to leave a shiny black color on the lid, and I don't like that. I like to keep it all matte. So you guys, I am going in with my Becca primer. This is the greatest primer in the world. I have very oily skin, and I really like to use this to keep my makeup put all day and to just stop my foundation from separating. So I'm just going to tap that into the skin. And now I'm going in with my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. This is the very best foundation ever, you guys. It's the best. It's better than Estee Lauder. It's better than Tintadol. It's better than MAC. I really love this. And my shade is Y445 Amber. So I'm just going to take my Real Techniques sponge and just blend that away. So for my concealer, I'm going back in with the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and I'm going to take the color Sand and just pretty much apply that first. This concealer is very pigmented, so I don't like to apply so much underneath my eyes. I don't want it to look too white, but yeah, a little goes a long way with this concealer. as you can see, it blends in very smoothly. It's a very good hydrating concealer, which I love. I have a lot of fine lines under my eyes, so I have to be careful with the type of concealer I use. And yeah, I just really love this one. So you can leave it like that, but of course I'm extra. I really want to brighten up under my eyes even more. So I'm gonna go back in with the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, but this time I'm gonna use the color Golden Beige. And yeah, this shade is just gonna act as a highlight and just get it as bright as I can underneath my eyes so I can look more youthful and awake. Now I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I am using the lightest shade in Fair. I'm just going to use that to set all the areas that I just highlighted and concealed. Now I'm going in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep. I'm just going to pretty much sculpt out the nose a bit today. And I like to use a very small angled brush to do this. And it's a really light shade. It's not too harsh and it doesn't make my nose look too dark and muddy. So I really like using that shade. So next I'm going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit, and this is in the shade Medium. I'm going to go into the middle brown shade in Chocolate and just contour my cheeks a bit. So now I'm going to go into the darkest color in that palette, and it's called Ash Brown. Just going to go ahead and contour my double chin. As for blush today, we're going to go into our MAC blush in Melba. It's a peachy blush. I really love this blush. So back with the Topaz Obsessions palette, we're going to go back in with that orange and just pretty much do the same thing we did on the top. I'm going to pack that orange shade towards the bottom and just blend it in. And I'm going to take that deep brown shade. And you guys, this color looks a lot different on camera than it does in person. That brown is very, very dark. We're going back into the Smoky Obsessions palette, and I'm going to take that black and pretty much just line my eyes with it. I hate this part. I wear contacts and this gets in my eyes and messes up so bad. I have to blink like 18 million times. So now I'm going in with my Tarteist Tarte Liner and Double Take. I'm just going to go over that black eyeshadow. Just set it with my liner. And this is my triple OG right here. I love this NC43 Studio Fits MAC powder, you guys. This is my favorite. I like to use this and put it all over my face just to kind of make everything blend in together. So for the lippy today, we're gonna go in with MAC's Chestnut Lip Liner. I really love this liner, as you can tell. It's like the perfect shade of brown. I'm gonna go in with MAC's lipstick in the shade Del Rio. It's like a burnt burgundy color, really beautiful color. Now, being that I am almost out of this next shade, I'm going to go into MAC's lipstick in the color Naturally Transformed. And I'm going to take that concealer brush that I used earlier and just kind of spread it all over in the middle of the lips. For me, I don't like for my lips to be all one shade. I've always liked to ombre my lips. So with every look, I'm going to do that. Hey guys, and this is the finished look. Very simple, very classic. I really love this look. It was so easy to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.